What's up, YouTube? This is TheBillyBobHD bringing you a brand new Let's Play. Today we're starting a campaign, Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness, playing as Australia. Our Iraq campaign is just about to finish up, so I wanted to start something new. I thought Australia would be really fun. It gives us a lot of options in the Pacific. Maybe we can become friends with Japan. I don't know. I've basically released myself from the British Empire. And so when I did that, it basically resets all of your stats here. We only have about 100,000 people in the country. If we take a look, most of that comes in Sydney or Tasmania. So what I've done is, for my national focus, I have picked to encourage soldiers in Sydney. And the reason I did that is because if I go to my population tab, you can see here clergymen 2%. If I normally start out with encouraging clergymen because it helps your research points, but 2% is sort of the max of the population that'll help your research points here. So I decided to go with try to go with the army here in Sydney. Try to encourage to build up the army. We only have 3,000 men so far. Don't even have a general yet. We haven't even really kicked it off. But there's a couple of other things we need to set up before we start, so we can automatically, right off of the bat here, pick a new reform. So let's see what most of the people want. I'm going to try to turn my country as liberal as possible. I'm going to go with weighted universal for voting. Whoops. We need to pick research. I always try to start off with medicine, so we'll do that. Looks like I've got the basics already done here. Nice little industrial research already finished. I've got the baseline military research is done. Navy's kind of strong. See, I picked up some of the British, I guess, researches when you do that, when you release a country. Commerce is looking okay. So we start off in a decent spot. It's currently got us ranked number 45 in the world. The liberals are already in power, so that's good. I'm going to need a lot of people to immigrate to my country. None of the great powers are after me quite yet. If we go to the relations here, the British really like us, of course. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. We are previously British, so actually let's check them out really quickly. Yeah, I've got a plus 200 for relations. They will not take an alliance just because the distance is so great. So right off the bat, I know, historically Japan really comes up and is a huge power here in the Pacific, so I want to try to become friendly with Japan. So let's boost relations there while I'm thinking about it. They're currently ranked number 69 in the world. Since the liberals are in power, I cannot build factories on my own, so maybe we'll get some projects going. We'll try to maybe turn up the capitalists a little bit. That'll help me build some of the factories and stuff we're going to need for later. And the other weird thing is, with Australia, you've got the entire interior of the country that hasn't really been explored yet. So the good news is no one can do that except for me. We'll have to become a secondary power in order to fill those in. But that means we're going to have to get all the way up to number 16. So let's go ahead and unpause it and get it going. We wanted to look at the budget here. We found gold, so that's good. I'm going to bump the taxes up. Okay, good. That's giving me a plus. We're making money, so that's good. I've got my military spending all the way up just to continue to encourage soldiers. Tariffs, we'll leave those where they're at right now. And actually, interestingly enough, I can leave the education and the admin where they are as well, because we're still making money, so that's good. Bump the speed up just a little bit more here. The beginning sort of couple years of the campaign map are always a little dry, so I'm going to bump relations up with Japan again. And let's go back over here and see if anyone is investing in me. No. Still nothing. So one thing we need to do, Tasmania has quite a big population. Hopefully we can get some soldiers out of that area. Oh, we can do another reform. Hold up. Pause. What do most people want? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. We'll go with universal voting. Why not? Yep. Cannot build anything new as far as military at the moment, so we'll keep that. If I had a bigger army, we could look at... Oh, what did I... Maybe we could go after Madagascar. I know we did that in the last campaign, but they have a huge population. Because the other options are sort of to go after Brunei here, or Johori, Ateja, Siam. Not a lot of population. Lots of population, native population here in New Guinea. Again, way too early to be able to conquer some of that territory, even though that would be nice. Yeah, Madagascar, I mean, that would actually be a good move in this campaign. It would get me significantly more population. It would over double my population as far as working males. So you can see here, population tab. When it says 100K here, that's not your total population. That's what they consider to be within age, like working males, basically, that can, you know, have all of these jobs here. So that's okay. Britain. Oh, we finished the medicine. So, what do I want to do next? We'll go ahead and get muzzle-loaded rifles. We'll update the military just because I don't have a lot of population. I'm going to need them to be like as technologically advanced as possible. Yep, we at least have a general now, so that's good. Martin Smith. Mr. Smith. Okay. Support the business, lose $100. Yeah, sure. We'll support the business development. Projects. Build a luxury furniture factory. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and invest in that. $8,000. We have enough money to do that. Alright. We'll invest the max there. We found more gold, so that's good. Life rating is going up. I don't have a lot of immigrants right now. It's only about 70 people per day, but at least it's growing. Work harder, work smarter. We'll work harder. Alright, so we're gathering the resources here to start building our first luxury furniture factory. It's going to be in New South Wales, so let's take a look. New South Wales here, yeah, that's going to be where Sydney is. Victoria, I've got South Australia, Northern Territory, and Western Australia. So, yeah, we're going to build a factory here in Sydney. So that will be good. We just spent almost all of our money on that factory. But that's going to do nothing but help me going forward. And so since I already have a lot of the industry techs available, that's a really good idea. We're going to try to build up a good industry here. Muzzle-loaded rifles is almost finished, so when that's complete, I think we'll jump on the Army Professionalism next. If I go back to the population tab, we'll see how well that's growing. It's growing. About to hit 5,000 soldiers in the country, that's, even though that doesn't sound like a lot. Okay, so we finished that tech. Muzzle-loaded rifles, research done. Combat medicine helps my attrition and my hospitals a little bit, so that's good. And we're still making money. People are getting what they need. I don't see any red over here. Maybe a little bit in the middle class, but that's okay. Alright, new elections. Let's see what the people want. Let's take a look. Most people are conservative, so this actually could swing a little bit on me. Or the upper house is at least conservative. So what does that mean? So that means if the government changes, I might not be able to invest in these projects anymore, like these free trade, yeah. Build a railroad, sure. That sounds expensive. Max, invest. Actually, I want to, first and foremost, I want to build as many railroads as we can here in near Sydney. So looks like I can only build one at the moment, so we'll have to make some more money first. That's okay. Oh, we can build a new unit, so let's go ahead and go with a 2nd infantry unit. That's going to bump me up to 6,000 men in the army total. I don't know, once we get a couple more, then we can look at going after Madagascar. Try to annex them right off the bat. That'll give me a good launch point going into Africa, too, if we can make it that far. Yeah, because like I was saying, there's not a lot of good targets over here. Siam. Cambodia. Maybe Siam. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into this mess of Southeastern Asia here. Alright, where is my guy? Where's my new guy? All the way up here. We're going to march you all the way across the country and combine you. Come on down. There you go, buddy. Oh, we did go conservative. Damn it. Does that mean I can't... I can still invest in projects, so that's good. Alright, let's continue to build out these railroads here. Invest as much as I can. Boom, boom. There we go. Those should be going any minute now. Okay, great. I also received my first industrial power point. So my score is going up, which is good. We are allowed to subsidize the factory, so that's good. That meaning it's not going to close if they suck. I just need to employ people. We need to get some better immigration going for sure. Alright, and I'll combine this stack here. Excellent. We can also look at building a navy. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to get a quick little fleet of 4 clipper transports just to be able to ship around some guys if I need to. Oh, and I almost forgot we need to update the military as well. I'm gonna stay away from the artillery for the time being just because we do not have a lot of soldiers. So I'm going to be building mostly infantry going forward, and commerce. I've got some decent naval technology that's already finished. And look at this. Money-wise, I'm going to take the admin down. Save some bucks there. That puts me back into the positive up here. Maybe take down the education just slightly. Social spending. Bring that down as well. I'm spending money on pensions and unemployment. So I want to still spend a little bit there just to attract more immigrants, but we are on a budget, so I want to keep it positive. We can go ahead and build a new infantry unit, so we'll do that. We'll have 9,000 men after that, which will be good. Plus 15% morale to my soldiers. Meanwhile, in Madagascar, have the French started to try and take them? They're starting to invest, along with the Russians. Wow, look at the Americans investing a lot into Madagascar. Let's pick our next research. Let's go with... Should we go with organized factories? Sure. Oh no, actually I'm going to go with idealism, because that's going to boost my my research tech. So we'll do that. New military unit here. Come on over. Now I can also build an additional one, but you can see my money. It's becoming more and more expensive to uphold my... You know what we could do, though, is we'll take the military supplies down. Oh, that's why. That's why. Because we're currently building railroads, so it's taking a little bit. It's taking a little bit of my cash flow to get those railroads completed. Yeah, we'll take the research points, sure. Raise the tariffs? No. Yeah, because you can see here all of these railroads being finished. So we're just going to chill on the construction just for a minute. I want to see what my cash flow goes back up to once that stuff is finished, done and over with. We keep falling in the world rankings, though. I guess we're not... we're really not picking up as much score as quickly as I thought we would. Part of the reason for that, too, is you still got all of these little German countries that are independent over here. Prussia hasn't taken those over yet. Once Germany forms, you'll see a change there. And then, yeah, you can see here in South America, I'm basically competing with them. Brazil and such. Okay, money's doing a little bit better now. Up to a couple points, 3, 4, somewhere in there. What the hell? An attempt to justify war using established protectorate casus belli against Burma. Okay, this has nothing to do with us. It's just the Brits going after Burma, which is interesting. Go back to the research here. Commerce. Choices, right? I'm going to work on the business regulations. Try to become an industrial power as best as we can. Factories, I think we still just have the one. Yep. Just have the one factory. What else? What else? Still spending kind of a lot in admin. Let's take that down. There we go. Oh, I've got my naval units that have come out too. So I'm going to bring their support down. And combine all of these guys down in Sydney. There we go. Where's the last guy? Here he is. Come on over, buddy. Alright. Combine those 4 into one unit. You can see my railroads are still coming up. Tariffs. Bump that up a little bit. Just slightly. And so now what we're going to need to wait on is for this business bank's research to become available. 1850. So in 3 years, we'll research that. Probably 2 tech levels away or so. And we'll research that, and that's going to help my cash flow out a lot. Oh, we're back up to number 41 now in the world, so that's good. Let's build one more infantry. Hopefully that's not going to take me into the negative. We'll see. Oh, nice. Prestige gain. Charles Stewart has returned from an attempt to locate the center of Australia. He has determined that the inland area does not have any large lakes, nor an inland sea, as was hoped. Yep, just pure land. I could have told you that, man. There are a couple lakes, though. You can see. Not a huge deal, though. God, if we just had a better economy. That little prestige hit bumped us up to number 35 in the world, too, so that's good. Navy, commerce. I tell you what. Let's get the organized factories. That'll work pretty nicely. And I will bring this military unit up here. Work harder instead of smarter. Work harder, damn it. Don't be smart about it. Come on. Alright, combine you guys. 12 stack to the face. If I go back to the rankings here, you can see my color's getting a little brighter than last time. You want it to be bright yellow. Eventually, we want it to be blue. Because blue is a secondary power, and once you hit blue, you can start colonizing in Africa. Put it back on political map mode here. Interesting. France has making moves. If we go back to Japan, I at least have positive relations with them now. Oh, they hate us. Mostly because they're uncivilized. It's a negative 140 score. They don't like the distance. They're pretty reluctant as well. Right, we finished that up. We can do a couple more techs before we hit 1850. Let's go with... Let's go with the private bank money bill printing. Help the economy out. Go back to my spending tab here. Yeah, by far the biggest expenditure is my military spending. Let's bump that down a little bit. Yeah, Laz is fair. I see no reason to monopolize. There are no gods. Good news, too, is my immigration's actually picked up a little bit. Probably tripled in the past couple minutes or so. Or not tripled, but maybe doubled. Closer to doubled. Doing good there. Doing good. Let's keep an eye on Madagascar. Damn it! They've already been added to the French sphere. The conservatives stay in power, it looks like. That's okay, we can, we'll flip that around eventually. Let's also build a new infantry unit. Go back to my research here. I've got nice research points for this early in the game. 17 here. It took me like all campaign to get up to almost this level with Iraq. Took freaking forever. Here we go. So now we've got a 15 stack. Yep. Come on down, buddy. Come on down. So that's going to work nicely. And this is where we're going to go ahead and cut the episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you've enjoyed my content. Stick around for this campaign. It's going to be really fun. We're going to try to get into Africa. We can possibly go north here, get into some of the southeastern Asian countries, potentially. Maybe we can even go after Iraq. No, we can't. Or, I said Iraq. Excuse me, Hawaii. USA is already taken them. So, interesting. We will see. Maybe we could go to war with the Dutch. That would be cool. Try to catch them off guard. Take their empire here in Indonesia. Tell me what you guys think. Again, this has been the BillyBobHD. Thanks again. We'll catch you next time.